question 2, or at 1b. What we're doing is we're transforming the same parent function, the square root of x, which is our Nike swoosh symbol upside down. We talked about that. And using our same control points, so I'm going to select the same control points I had last time. 0, 0, 1, 1, and 4, 2. Now we're going to transform our graph by doing 3 different things this time. The first thing that we're going to do is, following our order of operations, we have to go horizontal translation 1 unit. And this time, since it's -1, we go to the right. The second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure, following our order of operations, I'm going to do a reflection. So this is going to reflect across the x-axis. And the third thing that we have to do is we have to have a vertical translation, which is going to go up, or 3 units up. So I've got 3 things that we're going to do on this. Translate horizontally 1 unit to the right, then we're going to reflect, and we're going to move it 3 units up. The order in which we do these is important. Sometimes you can do them in any order and you'll get the same resulting graph, but other times if you do it, you will not. So it's important that you at least follow a procedure each and every time. I'm going to follow that rule that I just set up for you. We're going to make sure that we translate first, then reflect, and then translate up. So I'm going to take the order pair just like I did last time, show you order pair-wise. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make this horizontal translation. The horizontal translation is going to go 1 unit. Since it's plus or -1, it's going to go 1 unit to the right. So all the x's are going to change by adding 1. So this is going to be 2, 1. It's going to be 5, 2. The next thing that happens, it's a reflection. So now we're going to reflect across the x-axis. Now, if we reflect across the x-axis, all it's going to change is, and this is not where I want it to be, I would only change the y values to their opposites. So when it's outside the grouping symbols, remember, it's going to have an impact on your y values. Make sure you go to your y values and start changing them. And the way they're going to be changed is, I want this order pair 1, 0 to become a 1, comma, the opposite of 0, which is still 0. Then I want the 2, 1 to become 2, comma, the opposite of 1, which is a -1. Then I want the 5, 2 to become 5, comma, the opposite of 2, which is a -2. So that was my reflection across the x-axis. And now we're going to do the final thing. We're going to do our vertical translation, and vertical only impacts the y's. So now the order pairs are going to get changed only on the y values. And this time we want to go up 3. So it's going to be 1, comma, 3, 2, comma, go up 3. We're up now to a 2. I'm going to go up 3 here. And if we go up 3, it's going to be 5, comma, 1. These are the order pairs that we're going to graph on our grid. So 1, 3, so the 1 up 3, 2, 2, there, and then 5, 1. So that's going to go over a little bit off our grid, going to approximate about the same 1. And there's the shape of our transform graph. So that's how I do it using those order pairs. We can try to do this again the way I showed you the last one as well. What I might try on that is, the first thing we have to do is we have to move this point, a different color, it'll get green. This point has to get moved 1 unit to the right, then it has to be reflected. I'm already on the x-axis, so if I reflect doesn't do anything, then I got to move it up 3. There it is. This order pair has to get moved 1 unit to the right, has to be reflected, which puts it down here. So the reflection down here, that has to get moved up 3. 1, 2, 3, right there. Our order pair 4, 2. The first thing I do is got to move it 1 to the right, so that's going to push it 1 unit to the right. Then we're going to reflect it, so instead of it being a 5, 2, it's going to reflect it down to a -2, and then it's got to go up 3. 1, 2, 3. I just had a different approximation for 5, but that's how you can do it without using all the order pairs. So going over transformations again.